Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Today we are creating a Danish pastel themed apartment, and this apartment is in the eco lifestyle world. I can't remember the name of the world, and there is two apartments that you can have, and this is the smaller one of the two. And I've also upgraded the lot. There is a cheat on how to upgrade your lot, so you just turn testing sheets 2 on, and then you go to the little billboard, and then you do you vote through the cheat and put that you want the construction. I can't remember exactly which one it is, and it will just upgrade the building to the nicer looking building. I think it's best to do that before you put in an apartment, because the windows change places, which is super annoying. So I wanted to go ahead and do that before I went in with the build. But I stuck with colour themes going around. So here in the kitchen, you can see I'm using blue and also pink. I add a few pops of other colours in here, I think mainly yellow. But then when we go across into the rest of the build, I've gone for other colours there. So yeah, I did use tool mod a little bit there just to move this unit back just here. Because I wanted it to match up with the ones at the top, because it does stick further out, which is super annoying. And yeah, you can move stuff further back if you've got tool mod, which is great. I love it. And yeah, I wanted to add some cabinets somewhere, because I was like, I can't have them on the other side where the window is, and normally I'd put them there. So instead I was like, well, I'll put them against this back wall, because I feel like I just needed something on the walls. I always find as well in kitchens, adding shelves is always a good idea. So I put shelves either side of these cabinets. I'm not going to lie though, I don't know if the fridge is usable. I think it's usable with that unit partway through it. I'm pretty sure it's usable. But now I'm questioning whether it's usable because I put the oven there. I really should play test things. I apologise, I'm terrible and I never play test things unless I'm doing one of my functional version shots. So here I am adding some yellow clutter just to tie in another colour, and I think blue and yellow just looks beautiful together, and so does pink and blue, so I'm just tying it all together just there. And if you're wondering how I ended the shelves there, this is called the Light Rub, and it's from the Toddler Stuff pack, I believe. There is one in another pack as well, but it makes it look like sticks coming down to hold up the shelves. And here I'm using a crystal because I saw some lights that had crystals on them around the bulb, and I was like, that looks amazing. I was like, I wonder if I can do it in The Sims. So I did have to use tool mod to do this, but I thought it looked pretty cool. So I get most of my ideas as well from Pinterest. I saw a little kitchen that was sort of similar to this, and that's what sparked the whole apartment. I was saw the kitchen with they had more of a purple colour, but there's not really a nice purple cabinet. There's only really dark colours, and I really wanted to go for more of that pastel colour. So I stuck with the blue, and just the positioning of where the cabinets were and everything, I really liked it. So here's a great way to make the bin look a bit more realistic, is put that bin that has the bin bag in it in the other bin and raise it up. So I added yellow chairs as well to tie in a bit more of that yellow colour. And I'm so picky with couches. I like none of the couches in The Sims, other than the Dream Home Decorator ones, but I didn't want to use them again. So I used this one from Desert Lux, but I didn't like the brown against the back. So I actually used the canvases, just a plain white canvas on the back of the sofa, and just hid it a little bit. You can still see the brown on the legs. I just really wanted to hide this back because it's just a bit too much for my liking. I also know it doesn't look perfect, but it's fine. It's fine. I also make a framed TV here. I've just done a tutorial on how to do this a bit of a better way, just because I'm in an apartment I couldn't do it exactly. So in the other version, the TV actually sits into the wall, because you can delete the walls and move the TV back. Whereas in apartments you can't delete a wall, so I just covered up the painting with some of the white canvases on the inside. So it might look a bit funky, but I didn't want you to be able to see the painting behind the TV, so that's why I did that. Then I'm just using these little side tables in the green colour. Absolutely love this green. So this room is more green and pink themed. I think I keep it all green and pink, maybe with a few splashes of other colours in there. And I do change what I'm doing. I do go back to that room shortly. So I'm trying to work out where to have the bed. I was going to have it in this corner, but I do go ahead and change it because I was like, where the hell is the bathroom going to go? And I mean, I still could have kept this here, but the platform was just a bit too much. So I moved it into the center of the room, and I believe it should still be fully functional because there is half a tile either side. And I did sink it down using tool mod. There is a trick to where you don't have to use tool mod to sink beds down. If you're interested in how to do that, I can do a tutorial for you. So yeah, I've used this bed. It's really, really plain and simple. I wanted one that didn't have a footboard, so that's why I went for this one, and just plain white bed sheets, and then I add some pillows later on. So I make this full bathroom, and then I'm like, so much just feels like it's missing, and I forget the toilet. So it does change because I forget to put a toilet in, and where that shower is, I end up just putting a toilet in there and just doing a shower and don't have a bath. Just because I don't know why, I prefer a shower personally, so I was just like, I'm just gonna put just a shower in there. So no good if you have toddlers, but I think this apartment is pretty small anyway, so maybe for toddlers wouldn't be a good idea, because where the hell are you gonna fit a toddler room in this tiny apartment? I mean, you could make it work, but you could also just not have a shower and have the bath there if you would prefer a bath. So I took inspiration from one of my previous builds that I did. I did a bathroom build that was Danish Pastel and used a lot of the orange colours. So I did the same thing with the tiles on the floor using more orangey tones. And I don't know, I really, really like it. And when I move the shower into that side, I do it fully orange tiles as well, because I just really wanted to add some colour in, because I feel like bathrooms a lot of the time are very, very boring. So here I am realising I don't have a toilet, so I need to go ahead and put that in. I use this one from Tiny Home. It is one of my favourites. I like that it's slightly more square shaped. I was going to go for this gold colour shower head, but I just think it was just a bit too much. So I think I just go for the silver chrome colour in the end. Then I'm going to go in with this nifty knitting shelf. I really, really like this shelf. It's just a bit interesting, and I'm adding that pop of green that's on the inside. There is one that is just like fully orange. But I think it was a little bit too much, so having the orangey colour on the outside and then the green on the inside, which is adding another colour in. And there's a few pops of green light in the lotion bottles that are down the cabinet, and all that stuff that's on there is all from the new bathroom clutter kit. I really, really actually love the kit. I didn't think I would, and I didn't buy it straight away, and I was like, no, I don't need it. But then I saw those little drawer unit things, and I was like, maybe I'll get it. And I was like, oh well, I make content on The Sims, so I'm gonna get it. And now I'm obsessed. I'm not gonna lie, it adds so much detail to the bathrooms. I mean, if you're not a huge builder, maybe it wouldn't be worth it, because it is just bathroom clutter. I say that, but I use some of the stuff elsewhere. Like the candle can be used elsewhere, the lotions can be used in the bedroom, the little drawer sets can be used elsewhere as well. And you don't need to do it for the light switch, because the light switch is in base game now. They've got a light switch that's just base game. And I'm just getting a few crystals out here because I thought it would be nice to add crystals somewhere. And I think I don't use all of them. I just wanted to see what sort of colours and variations that they had available. Here I am going back to the kitchen. And I was going to have the microwave up here, but it kept just moving down. It's super annoying because I really like the look of it up here, but yeah, sometimes the Sims just wants to glitch it and it just kept moving it around, so I ended up just putting it on the counter. But it's on an island counter pushed in because I didn't want it on the angle down there. I don't think it's usable because of where it's positioned. It is just for looks. And then I got this coffee machine doing that same trick, putting it on an island counter and putting it on the edge. And I love this little detail here of just doing part of the wall coloured. As you can see there with the pink, I just did like a few panels and it just like stopped halfway. Don't know why, I really, really like the look of this. It just adds a slight bit more detail, but it's not like a full accent wall, because sometimes it can be a little bit too much, especially with a colour that is this bright. I almost forget to put a wardrobe in as well, and I end up using one of them railing things, which means you can't get into the bed from one side. But to me, I'm like, one single sim lives here, and if another sim does want to live here, they can just scooch across, because your sims can scooch across. So I'm creating a daisy table here using the Dream Home Decorator, like rounded, oval shaped table, and I've sized it down because it's a bit too much, and then just rotate it around and around. And then I've used this light from, I think it's from the wedding stuff pack, and just pop that in the center. And again, everything's just sized down. So when you can't place items on it because it just floats in the air, unless you have tool mod, or if you move all the tables and put the item in the place where you want it and raise it up to the correct height, and then put the tables back, but that's a bit of a faff. And then I decided to make a little mushroom light here, so that will glow at night, but it is just a mushroom with a light inside of it. Super, super simple. I think I get rid of these lights later because I just didn't think they suited the vibe. So I go ahead and place this here at the minute because I was like, oh, I need to fill it in. Then I realised I don't have a desk, and I feel like a desk is so handy for Sims to put a computer on, to read at, to sit at. So I end up changing that out and putting a desk there. And I do use the desk from the Pastel Pop Kit, and I have it in a colour at first, and then I decide to change it to more of the wood tone and then brighten it up with some clutter. And I love the normal clutter kit, not the bathroom one, that it just adds so much extra detail. So I will add this into the gallery, but the platform area where the bed is, it won't be a raised area, because to upload this to the gallery as a room, because that's, you have to upload apartments as a room. If it's on a platform, it counts as a separate room, and I need it to be a whole room. So I'll have to drop that down, and I'll also have to delete a wall in the bathroom, so I can upload this to the gallery. So do bear that in mind. You might have to add a wall back in, and if you want the platform into the bedroom, you can do. You don't have to have the platform in, I just thought it added some little bit of interest in there. It also comes up for some reason as modded. It is not modded. I got some gallery art from the gallery, obviously, and it's no CC art, which means you can get it off the gallery and it will show up in your game. So sorry, because for console players this will not show up for you, and I don't know which piece of art it is, so I might have to go in and try find out which piece of art is making it show up as CC, so it can be uploaded normally. But for now it will just be uploaded, and you might have to click that it is modded, even though it's not. I promise you it's not modded at all. It's technically modded because I use tool mod, but that doesn't affect the gallery. So this is what I mean, these are actually floating, and I was like, I can't be bothered to sit and mess around with tool mod, so I just put them on the other little table. And I made this into a little snack cart, because why not? And added a little yoga mat. This is also from the clutter kit, and I love this. I just think it's so simple. I have a yoga mat and I have a little kettlebell, so it's something for me that I would just have lying around. I don't have mine lying around, mine's in the loft because I don't work out. I used to. I am now lazy. So here's what I mean, like you can't actually get to the other side of the bed because I've put a rack here for clothes, but it's fine because your sim can get in the other side, I think. Because the bed's like lowered, I'm like, can they? I'm pretty sure they can. As well, as always, I always go off camera and go around and detail more. I always go off camera because I sit and scroll through the catalogue for absolutely hours. I swear it would just be a video of me sat scrolling. So you will see more details when I do the little walk around at the end. But I like to show the main portion of the build at least. I'll just add in some side tables. I think they're the ones that match this bed from Snowy Escape, and I do lower them down. One of them lowered down naturally, but the other one didn't lower down, so I had to use tool mod to try and get it to the correct height. And when you're just lowering things, the stuff that sits on top of the side tables just lowers with them, whereas if you're resizing, it will float. But now it's time for the walk around, so let's get in with that. To the apartment, this is what you'd see from the outside. Sorry, the camera's going to be quite fast because when you're off the ground, the camera just goes faster when you're higher up. So this is what you see as soon as you go in. I added this little mail rack thing with keys on, as well as this. In an apartment, I feel like you'd need like quite a lot of storage like this, so I thought if you've got both, you've got the option to put stuff there. And then you've got a little cart, which I ended up putting books on. And I was like, it can be like a little recipe cart for cooking. This is the kitchen. I added some daisies because I just feel like, oh, the binge dropped down. Oh well. I'll fix that before I upload it, if I remember. And also, why are these here? I didn't put them here. I did put them in here, but I swear down I didn't put them in the middle of the thing. Oh well, right. Things have changed. This is the next day. We have this little gallery wall with the Pantone colours. This is the final desk space. So we're quite simple. Added another rug. And then we go across here. I added a dog bed that is a fried egg and 2 bowls. I know you can't actually put water in one of the bowls, which is super annoying. But just for realism, I added 2 bowls. And this is what I meant by you can see behind the TV, whereas I've got a little bit of a hack if it's in a house on how to not have it like that and it actually goes fully into the frame. I added some plants around here, and I have a feeling, because I've used that gallery art before, I have not used this. It could be this. That is making it say it is modded. Going to the bathroom, I went ahead and added this art. It could be that also because I've never used this art. There's the toilet. This is what I meant by I made the walls orange. Added some clutter down here. And then if you come out and go through into the bedroom, I added light switches also. This is the bedroom, and I also did the thing where I left one panel white because again I really like the look of it. This shelf here actually has something on the wall, but I used Tool Mod to set it into the wall a little bit to hide it, just because I wanted some bubbly looking shelves, but I didn't want like a dinosaur or something on it because that's what's on them, like unicorn and dinosaurs. Some artwork here. And this is the high school years mirror, and I have tilted it by 10% so it stands up instead of being a floor one, and I've just popped that in the wall. Not gonna lie, I don't know if it's sticking out the other side, I don't really care. And a little chair. I don't know if my sim can actually get into here. I should really test all this and maybe slightly squish things around. I also put this little pillow here to make it look like a flower. It's not a pillow, it is a little ottoman, so I don't know if Sims can actually lie down in the bed, but that's not my problem right now. That's my problem for later on before I upload to the gallery. I'm just gonna, yeah, that sticks out the wall, right? It's fine. We never ever saw that, okay. But yeah, that is it for this build. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!